All right, World Wide Web and sports ball fans, another super amazing edition of Sports and Tacos coming at you.
All right, this is Sports and Tacos. We got freaks out there. We got 4 of them. We got 5 of them. We got special guests. We got a man in the shower. We got a brainiac. We got a guy that looks like he's supposed to be on Sports Center. And then you got me. It's all about the TMP, Sports and Tacos.
Perfect. Boom.
Good.
All right, Spencer Cadigan, like always, your host of Sports and Tacos, joined with the usual suspects, Mr. Tony Pantoja, Robert Humphreys, Alex Ginzel, and my buddy Jason Glantz has volunteered to be our referee this evening, just in case things get too heated. He's got the ref shirt, he's got the whistle.
Blow the whistle!
Here in a little while.
It's gonna piss off every goddamn neighbor in my condo. Oops, I'm not supposed to swear. Oopsies.
He's not quite as cute as our old referee, but I think he'll do. So, and he's been helping out. On sports. He's going to be helping Sports and Tacos in more ways than one. We'll get into that later, but
Jason, I'll give you a cheers, sir.
Oh, well, thank you. It's so nice to be a part of this, and I'll be sure to referee to make sure you don't bore the
Plus, I'm drinking my Tony Weisers.
Yes, I love it. That's great. All right, I'll let you folks get into your sports talk. Go.
Tony and Bama are usually off on Mondays. So, well, at least Tony's usually off on Mondays. You have the day off today, Bama?
No, I get one day off a week, and that's Fridays.
That's what I figured. So Tony.
Till next week, I got 5 days off coming up starting Friday. It's nice.
You do any landscaping or gardening today, Tony?
No, today was my mother's birthday, so we went to breakfast and I got her a manicure, pedicure, all that fun stuff, and just getting prepped up for Vegas, baby.
Awesome.
Oh.
Tell your mama Spencer says hi.
You know it, buddy. You know it.
I'll be back home sooner or later. So yeah, we got Tony, we got Bama, we got G Unit, Alex Ginzel, we got a referee. Flash Bugatti should be on here in a little while. NASCAR driver, hip hop artist, one of my
if I'm not mistaken, sorry, but a diehard anti-Denver Nuggets Golden State fan. Last time we talked.
Yes, that's one of the reasons why he wanted to come on. He wanted to apologize to me. Because I had been talking about how the Nuggets were going to go all the way this year. So,
when the hell did you start that?
Never said that!
You have never been on that until maybe like Game 5 when they washed it off of them right there and killed Miami.
You had everybody else's poster on there except Denver.
Yeah, you was never on Denver.
Am I right, Casey?
Yeah.
Alex, come on now.
Talking about. So, anyways, it's July 10th. We basically could do free for all this evening. I mean, we could start off with baseball. You got the All-Star game coming up. You got Shohei Ohtani probably getting ready to get traded. But yeah, let's start off with baseball. Let's leave with baseball. Bama.
Shotgun real quick before I give a shout out. We just got done watching Rodriguez hit. First round. He made history today. 41 home runs in the first round.
Yeah, home run derby.
First round.
Yeah.
You talking about
first time ever in history.
Hey, the kid from Seattle?
Yeah. The hometown kid, the King Griffey Jr. Reborn.
See, and then all the money is on the guy that he's actually facing next, and that's Peter Alonso from the New York Mets. And, because he's trying for a three-peat. He's trying to tie King Griffey Jr. and the most home run battles. And you know what? That's going to be a tough little challenge right now, and he's getting ready to start up. But I give him props. I kind of like him. But 41 home runs first round. There's still another round.
Wow. that's freaking. That's pretty cool. I mean, is that on live right now?
Yeah, the Home Run Derby's on. Started at 6.
Yeah.
6 Mountain Time, maybe 5 y'all's time. But
They're in Seattle right now.
Huh, that's freaking cool. I been so busy I didn't even I know. So is the All-Star game tomorrow?
tomorrow, dude, no, Spencer, it snuck on me as well, man. I did not realize. I mean, I know the season ended. You know, they had their last game Sunday, but not even a day off in the Derby, the All-Star game. I was like, man, it took me by surprise.
Well, I kind of noticed it on my fantasy baseball because some of the players are seating.
Yeah. Well,
So that's why they're in Seattle getting prepped up for the big game.
Nice.
Why their Pelsy Wellsies took care of it. Business.
Wow, awesome. What so Bama, what are your thoughts on Shohei? Where do you think he's gonna go out here in LA? There's a lot of people think he's gonna end up a Dodger. I mean, it seems like only like the Dodgers and the Yankees could even be in the running for that guy.
Yeah, that's what I actually was talking at the bar yesterday. We was talking about that right there about Ohtani. You know, I mean, once Mike Trout got hurt, Rendon went down, blister on Ohtani's finger, so he's not pitching right now. Yeah, they want to keep. Of course, you want Ohtani playoffs, but if the Angels ain't going to do it, it's time to get rid of him, especially coming up on a contract year. And you are correct. I only see an East Coast, a New York team, or an LA team getting them right there. Dodgers, but San Diego could be a sleeper. Watch out for them. Watch out for San Diego. They might want to try and sell it. But I know what you're saying. I'd love for Ohtani to come to like a middle market team like Atlanta, not a middle market, but Atlanta or the Cubs or somebody like that could use somebody good because the Angels ain't doing nothing with Ohtani right now.
Well, not just that, but I mean, a 6. They're saying the deal could be like maybe 7.
He's gonna, dude. He will have the biggest contract in history. He's gonna get paid as a hitter and as a pitcher. Is who's gonna be able to pay him, and that's either a New York team or an LA team. That's all it is.
Yeah,
I hate to say it. I see Ohtani flying in. Is it Queens or is it New York?
You think,
man, or is it even good old Boston?
No, Boston can't afford it.
I don't know.
Actually,
other than the Yankees and the Dodgers, I mean, maybe the Padres, but they spent a ton of money. They are the huge underachievers, by the way.
That's why I'm saying the Padres, man, because they are such underachievers the last few years. With the trade for Soto, Tatis on a suspension with the PEDs last year going into this year. I mean, they've been a very underperforming team this year.
And they have
a guy like Ohtani on there, and they have the money. They will spend for guys like that.
See, and they got good pitching stuff the way it is. They got Snell.
No, they don't.
I
They're
like
freaking. They're like fourth place in the division.
Oh no.
So, okay, let me ask you this.
And then you got your offensive team. You got Machado. You got the kid that got busted.
They need to do something because the Padres were supposed to be in first place right now, and in 4th right now. So I can see them move for somebody like that. Yes.
So okay. So we're I guess in agreement. There's no way a small market team like G Units, Kansas City Royals couldn't trade the entire team for one player and just bring up a bunch of AA guys to fill the rest of the roster.
Well, yeah, they can, but Tony's not going to allow that to happen. He's not going to get traded to the Royals when they trade away their already bad team or sorry, Alex, not getting good. But any other team like that, dude, Tony's not going to go to a team that's not a playoff contender and ain't going to give up the stash to get him. He's not doing that.
So the Rockies aren't in the running.
Oh, no.
Once again, sorry, Alex. It's not the fact that he's going to go to a team that he's going to be retiring at in MLB, and then he's going to go to Japan and play a season there and retire there.
Dude,
he's going to be a Hall of Famer in both worlds.
Ain't nobody going to afford Ohtani but a New York team or an LA team. That's it.
If you're
or maybe St. Louis. The Cardinals might surprise you like they did with Arenado. Who knows? But
and it's going to be such a shame that the Angels have had Mike Trout and Shohei and just never won with them.
And you forget about Rendon. They signed Anthony Rendon after he won. He was like, dude, freaking MVP running for the last number of years with Washington, won his title with Washington, signed him to a huge deal to come to LA and play with the Angels. and he crapped the bed just as bad as anybody else has on that team. Well, Tony hadn't crapped the bed; he's kicking butt.
I don't see how
That's
you
not
could have.
Look at
Team is
Pujols. They gave him all that money, and what did he do? We all know what he did.
Dude, the two best players in baseball in their prime, and
Yeah.
they can barely. I don't even know if they've ever cracked 500. Like,
It's sad. It's sad. Yeah.
how is that possible? You know, and if he ends up a Dodger, I don't know how the Dodgers would make that happen and not have to get rid of, like, you know, Freddie Freeman or Mookie or somebody.
The Dodgers need to do something, though, because the Dodgers ain't a very good team. I mean, you know, they're better than most of the National League just on their thing, but they're not a World Series contending team right now. So I can see the Dodgers making a play for Ohtani.
They need pitching unless their plan is to become like the modern day version of the old Blake Street Bombers, because they, you know, if they got Ohtani and they didn't mess with their pitching, they're going to be winning games 15-11 every night. You know, just like the Rockies used to. No pitching, just bash their way to wins. It doesn't make sense. I mean, it would put butts in the seats, but there's butts in the seats at Dodger Stadium no matter what, you know. So
Yeah.
I
Same thing with Coors Field, and you know what? We keep on losing, but we still fill the house.
Yeah.
That's why we don't have new ownership, because the Mumfords know for a fact that they're making money.
Yeah,
They're making a lot of money.
Well, maybe they're not the worst. They're up there. I don't even
It's a disappointment.
But I hope Ohtani is not with the Angels at the after this break here. Give before the trade deadline ends. I really hope Ohtani is not with the Angels.
Give that man a chance.
So, okay, Yankees or Dodgers, we get I don't know, whatever. We'll have a side bet. Tony, where's he going?
One of the places in New York.
You could become a Met?
They got the money.
They've already spent way too much money. They better trade away some of that money to get him, which they could.
I bet that's going to be the plan.
Trade Scherzer and Lindor for Ohtani.
Or get rid of Verlander.
Yeah, or Verlander and Lindor and get Ohtani. Yeah, that'd be a great move for the Mets.
Yeah, but they just gave that big chunk of money to Lindor. And you know what? He's actually been...
Tony, the team is 18 games behind my Atlanta Braves right now. They are not.
Unfortunately, that boy is shooting good. He's playing good. Great defense, great offense. But the team's not winning. Not winning.
Bama.
Yes.
What's your guess?
My guess, as far as between the Dodgers and the Yankees, I would say the Yankees over the Dodgers, honestly. I know it may be the West Coast tie because he's already in LA, but if I was him, I would want to kind of change scenes right there, and I'd go to New York.
Go for a team that can win something.
Could you imagine Shohei on the freaking Yankees, dude? Like, with Judge and Giancarlo Stanton and the rest of that lineup, you would have Shohei and they would have a pitcher. That would be, you would think it would be unfair, but, you know.
Oh, they still lose.
Like, okay, so
You saw the Yankees 1 year bought the team.
All right. So if Shohei, because the Yankees have done this in the past, where they basically just buy a championship team, and I've seen them go down in flames against a team like the Braves, which is basically not, you know, it's a farms for the most part.
Never beat the Yankees, but yes, I know what you're saying. Yes.
It just, could you imagine?
Not in the World Series. We never beat the Yankees in the World Series. We lost to them 2 times, but never beat them. But yes, I know what you're saying.
I get that, but it just seems like every time the Yankees go out and try and buy a championship in the post-Jeter era, like, it doesn't seem to work out, especially, you know, in the playoffs or the World Series, whatever. Like, they'll have a payroll that's $5 billion against a team with $100 million payroll, and they somehow find a way to lose.
I can say that the same thing about the Dodgers, and I can say the same thing about the New York Mets. They both try and buy everybody they can get to get the biggest names in the spots they're at. And the Dodgers won what? The COVID season where you play like 60 games. Yeah, that's not a real World Series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Mets payroll, the tax the Mets pay this year is more than most teams' payrolls. And so they're trying to buy stuff and can't do it. Buying teams don't always win.
G Unit.
Yankees have been good about it.
I got Dodgers. Dodgers all day. There's still hope. and they've won their last few games.
Dodgers are horrible right now, and
Their pitching is horrible. Flash Bugatti. What's up, my man?
what up, Flash?
Hey, how you guys doing? Hey, first of all, thank you so much, Spencer. You guys are right. Please don't come for me. Denver did win. I still love my work. Congratulations to you, Denver. Nuggets.
Thank you. It's beautiful, man. First time in 47 years.
I know, right? You guys deserve it, man. I'm not.
First time in 47 years, the Nuggets have never won a championship.
I'm not a sore sport. I'm trying to remember the young lady name again. Hi to you all,
Hi, Flash Alex.
Alex, and everybody. Glad to see you guys.
Our buddy Jason has agreed to come on and play referee in case things get a little too heated. Like when I was talking about earlier, how I was talking about how the Denver Nuggets were going to go all the way all season. And then Tony and
You
Bama.
never said that, Spencer. You never said that.
You have everybody else's poster on the wall, and I bet you're just got the X's and O's kiss, and you put the lipstick on there. Oh yeah, you love me. And that's, yeah, dude.
Flash, I
hate to
appreciate
say it,
you.
I mean, literally, I
Yeah,
was
Flash
not-
man. Hey man, we'll see you guys in the Western Championship again, man. I'm ready.
Oh yeah, you know what? We added Chris.
Denver's ready, man. We gotta try to catch up to your little winning record right now.
I know. You know what though? We'll see how that goes with Chris Paul and everything. As you know, he always gets hurt in the playoffs. You know, I was speaking to Spence earlier, and I agree with him on something nice that he said. I agree with him on something deep he said. He said we should just put him on the bench the whole season and let the dude just play in the postseason. That would be a good idea.
Yeah, keep him rested. Yeah.
Keep him
I
rested.
mean, think about it. If they were to just get into the playoffs, which they will, with just the team they have, and you would have an absolutely fresh Chris Paul, and all he has to do is play in the playoffs, forget about all these, what do they call it these days? Load management games. Forget about load management. Just only play him in the playoffs.
Hey, Shotgun, one catch about that, man. He's insured by Allstate now. He's good.
Yeah, but
Talk about his commercial.
Allstate isn't going to buy Golden. They're not going to buy Golden State their next championship. Just you watch. If they play him all season, they're going to be one of the top seeds. And by round 2, Chris Paul is going to blow a hammy or something. And, they're not going to have a point guard.
I can see it. I got a cramp.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on? Because we didn't touch on that the last week with Billy. What are you guys' thoughts on Chris Paul? Does that make them better, worse?
I feel like it's going to be a way better team. For one, you got experience. 2, he's not no second string or third string NBA player.
No,
He's in there that he'll make the assist. He'll make the boys good. He's good. There's a reason why he's always on TV.
It makes them no better at all. It makes maybe regular season when he's healthy, yes, but when it gets down to it, Chris Paul ain't gonna be there. And if he is, he ain't gonna be the Chris Paul we all know right there.
I hate to say
Got
this
traded
because
from what? LA to Washington, then Washington to Golden State in like 2 days. I think that was Golden State throwing out the freaking last bait they had in the bucket. Let's see what we can get this year. I don't think that's a good pickup.
You know what?
trading him for cigarettes, like he's in the joint.
A lot of the Oakland teams been relocated to Las Vegas. It's funny because me and my cousin was talking about this over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Hope the Golden State Warriors stay put, even though they're in San Francisco. They originally started at San Francisco. Let's hope they are not one of the ones to move to Las Vegas. Look at the age. They're moving to Las Vegas next season. As a matter of fact, I love baseball, love all sports. I heard you guys was talking about baseball. So if you guys want to do that, we can talk about that too.
Well, yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts? We were just talking about how Shohei Ohtani they're probably going to get traded here soon. And they're saying at least he's going to get at least $600 million contract, maybe $700 million. And we're just talking about there's only like 2 markets that could even possibly afford that, and that's LA, Yankees. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Mets.
Spencer, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna say this first on your show. Respect to your show. You get to hear from me first. Tim Anderson is actually my actual relative by marriage. Tim Anderson,
Really?
White Sox, Tim Anderson. Heck yes, great player.
shortstop, and
Heck yes.
injured a lot, and as you guys know, he hasn't been the same. But I'm not gonna lie, I've always been a Dodger fan, but I kind of went away from them when they got rid of Trey Turner, when they got rid of Justin Turner, Cody Bellinger. I can kind of understand that's about him, but the big blow of it all was Trey Turner letting them go. I think that guy was an amazing shortstop. But if Tim Anderson comes back, man, I have to go with family, and I would have to actually go with the Dodgers again. But right now, I don't really have a baseball team. I don't.
Right. Yeah, me either. I mean, you know, I'm born in Denver, and it's really tough to be a Rockies fan.
I'm still a Rockies fan, Shotgun.
Now, once Bueller got hurt now for the season for the Dodgers, and there's not much behind that anymore.
Yeah,
Pitching-wise, honestly, that's why I think Bueller is the big key for that team this year. Is why he won't be there this year.
and he's the ace. I used to be a big Dodger fan until they did that. I was like, I'm done. I had enough. I've seen too many let go.
You know, I hate to say this, but I'm an outsider looking in. You know, I don't look through rose-colored glasses because I'm not from LA. I don't think Dave Roberts is ever going to win a legit World Series. I don't think he's that good of a manager. I mean, I know he won the COVID World Series, the 60-game World Series, but he does dumb stuff. Last year, they got knocked out by the Padres. The year before against the Braves, when he brought freaking Julio in relief, I thought that was the dumbest thing ever, because then the guy goes out and starts whatever a day or two later and gets shelled. I did not that to me that's not what like a Hall of Fame manager does. I mean,
hey, no offense, Shotgun. I am not a Dodgers fan either, but at the same time, you got to look at the point where last year they were almost on history record of having the most wins in MLB. The year before, they were tied with their own record.
And how many worlds? Okay, how many?
Hey, trust me, I'm not a Dodgers fan. You already know this.
I get it. I get it.
But from when they picked him up, now he's already won 2 World Series, brother. Granted, one of them was during COVID, but at the same time, it's hard to look them down. They got talent. And Flash, I do agree. When Turner left, I was a little disappointed.
Both Turners, Trey and Josh.
Yeah, because one went to the Red Sox. And you know what? Romo's doing good.
About the Dodgers this year than the previous 2 years, because now they're going to have adversity. The last 2 years, they've been so good that they're kind of like prima donnas. Like, oh, look at us. We won 111 games, 106 games. You know, nobody else should even show up because we're so good. Both years, they did not win the World Series. This year is going to be the kind of year where they have to grind and, do whatever it is to win. And if they were to do that, I promise you they would be a different team, because they will have I'm not saying they didn't earn those wins, but again, we were just talking about how the Yankees in the past have bought championships or tried to buy championships. And
then they lose them the next year.
Those teams that have to face all the adversity that shouldn't win are the ones that go on to win. Think about the Braves 2 years ago, Bama. Nobody gave them any chance. They won 8 games. And they knocked off the 106 win Dodgers. That's all I'm saying. This year, in baseball, it's all about the second half. Whoever wins
second half make or breaks.
Galvanizes.
But no, I definitely understand what you're talking about this year. It's one of those, hey, man, they had a nice run. Guess what? Every now and then they have to come back to earth. And they're coming back to earth, and they're feeling it hard.
I mean, their competition is the Diamondbacks right now. And the Diamondbacks are on fire. That is one of the only, 2 50-win teams in the National League, 5 in all of baseball. So the Diamondbacks are playing well. They've got some decent pitching. And honestly, heads up, I think they match up better than the Dodgers do all day. So I do not see the Dodgers catching the Diamondbacks.
See, and at the same time, I agree with Bama on that. But at the go, I think San Francisco might be one of those creeper teams, which I don't like San Francisco either. But at the same time, those are one of the creeper teams that you're going, oh my gosh, they're coming back again.
Yeah.
And they have been. But San Diego, like Bama said earlier in the show, it's a disappointment for what the talent that they have, and they're not showing. Where the opportunity of the Ohtani deal, possible.
I got 4
G unit. Would you? So if Ohtani ends up a Dodger, would you? I mean, do you go to Dodgers games anyways?
Yeah,
Like-
I go to Dodgers games. I just
Like
wish the hot dogs were better.
Hey, man, we got good Rocky Dogs in Coors Field.
Oh, I know.
So like, so when you got the little nugget, you know, and if Ohtani is a Dodger, you probably go check it out. At least I don't know, probably in the fall.
Yeah, of course.
That would.
Sounds like fun.
There's 4 things I've always said. Just because you're winning in the regular season, you got to remember during playoffs, it's a whole new season. That's one. Playoffs begins a new season. Number 2, I can go back further, Spencer. You remember when Roberts used to put Pedro Baez in? I'm like, why would you put this guy who keeps blowing games? Does he have something on you or something? Like, why you keep putting it? I remember that against the Astros. Then also what I wanted to say, I wanted to get off into something deep here. Do any of you ever feel as though anybody in baseball will ever break Joe DiMaggio's consecutive hitting streak of, I believe, 56? I don't see it happening. They came close, but that's a hard record to beat.
Dude, no.
No,
I don't see it anytime soon.
well, it's kind of like Ted Williams' 400 average. You know, nobody's hit 400 since the 1950s with him. And Reyes from Miami was so close for the first 3 months, and he's kind of tailed off to 380 now, 385, 386, something like that. But no, nobody will ever beat that history. I do not see that. No.
And Tony Gwynn, too, you got to remember, he was good. The guy hardly struck out. He's always getting on base some way, somehow, either by walk, by hits. He's amazing, you know, so.
His batting average was pretty for his career.
Didn't Paul Molitor have 39?
Yeah.
He was close. Yes, he was. He was one of the closer ones right there. Yeah.
There's just, I don't know what.
There was Dan Uggla from Atlanta. Dude, Dan Uggla was batting 215 for Atlanta, but had a 32-game hitting streak at one point. He went 1 for 4 every night for 32 straight games. And yeah, literally, he was the lowest batting average to be one of the highest streak guys close to DiMaggio's right there. No, I just don't see nobody ever beating DiMaggio's streak. No.
And you know what? I'm not going to lie. These home runs that have been beaten all time of Hank Aaron and all that, I'm sorry, guys, but hey, I'm entitled to my opinion. I put stars next to them, asterisks, because we all are fair enough. I mean, back in those days, I'm quite sure the players didn't use the PEDs and all that. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We've talked about how Major League Baseball Hall of Fame.
There's an asterisk around you know who.
Now, Hank Aaron's got the real home run title right now.
Oh, yeah.
They need to build an outhouse in the backyard and make it the asterisk wing of the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame and put all the asterisk guys out there. And, so that they can, Pete Rose.
But then again, Barry Bonds, Barry Bonds is always the one that comes to the top of the list, at least in my mind, as far as the whole steroid thing right there, because he crushed the home run titles with 72, 73 when he hit it that year. But that dude was the best freaking eyeball hitter. Watch, that dude had more walks every year than anybody else in the league. And I'm not talking about intentionals. There was not a better freaking eyer at that plate than freaking Barry Bonds.
Absolutely.
He was steroided up and hit the ball out of the park when he made contact, but he also played the part well in that sense. But
that's one of the arguments about Barry Bonds was he probably was a Hall of Famer before he started doing steroids.
Dude, he was the 30-30 guy before it was consecutive 40-40. I mean, yeah.
What
You
The
about
last 40-40 was in 1987. That was Jose Canseco with 40 home runs and 40 steals. And you know what? I could actually see this year that getting broken.
Ronald Acuna, baby. He's already got 50 steals. We've got our 30
I
steals. So we
know.
got 30 steals already, and he's got like 26 home runs.
you know who
All Ron.
I'm giving you props on that, bro. I'm giving you props. But no, that's
Jose
the truth.
Canseco, Sammy the Bull. You know, think about it. If you guys think about it, if they would have just kept Jose Canseco's mouth shut, if they would have just paid him off, none of that would have ever happened.
Yeah.
Done no wrong.
Mark McGwire was good in this time too as well. I loved Mark McGwire, but
Bash Brothers.
yeah,
Because out of all those guys, the one man who never really got crazy paid was Jose Canseco, and that's why he wrote the book. I can't remember exactly why he did it, but all those guys, you know, it was all for money. A lot of those guys were Hall of Famers, probably to begin with, but they weren't getting the massive contracts, and all they had to do was go do some steroids, and next thing you know, they're getting $100 million, whatever. And Jose Canseco is out of the league, and I think he just got jealous and was like, or I don't know.
Ever since the ball hit off his head and went over the fence for a home run,
He went loco in the gun. There's
he
the
was
man.
done.
Yeah.
Insane in the membrane.
But do you know?
Technically, I don't think Jose wrote his own book. He got someone to write it for him. I'm sure
That's
he's having
probably
trouble
true.
writing his name
But-
nowadays, anyways. But yes.
He literally Sammy the Bull all of baseball back in 2004. He wrote a book, said all these dudes are on roids, and Pandora's box was open, and it's still open. You know, at least for that era.
No locked doors. No locked doors.
oh yeah, Friday.
I mean, because basically, I mean, I don't know. It just seemed like every player that every poster I had on my wall when I was a kid, I had to tear them all down, rip them up.
You should have had a Dale Murphy poster on your wall because he did back-to-back MVPs, best player in the '80s without steroids, and is still not a dang Hall of Famer. He don't that, but that's all right.
You know, and that's why guys like Cal Ripken, Ken Griffey Jr., like
And
their stuff is worth so much because at least, well, you know, they were not juicing and they still were amazing. You know?
Oh, yeah. Speaking of the record flash right there, Cal Ripken's record will never be broke either. The
No,
most
there's some records. Because you know, I wanted to dive into that. Maybe when we come back, let's take a quick break. We'll run some commercials, do some shout outs to our sponsors, and I want kind of just for a minute, anyways, want to dive into like, why do you think in this day and age there's no way Joe DiMaggio's record, like people ain't even going to get close to that? You think it's the way the game is played? Pitching is just too good. What? But anyways, hold your thoughts, and we'll run a couple of commercials real quick. Okay, we'll be back in like minute and a half.
Yeah.
Get a drink. You can see Sports and Tacos at YouTube. Smash that subscribe button right now. We are on Sunday mornings, Monday nights, and Thursday nights. Sports and Tacos, YouTube, subscribe. Do it now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen in TV land, YouTube, Sports and Tacos, Mondays, Thursdays, and Sunday Fun Day. Come join us, YouTube, Sports and Tacos.
Watch.
Spencer.
Watch Sports and Tacos.
YouTube is the place to go to watch some Sports and Tacos, y'all. Check us out 3 times a week. Follow us, like us. We love you. Let's do it. Join us.
Okay.
Oops. Yeah.
All right, dudes, we're going to give some shout outs real quick. One of our new sponsors, Hammond Entertainment. I got to thank Bill. He should be coming on the show soon. Also, Dan Wolkin over at Memory Lane Incorporated. Dan also, probably later in the month, Dan's coming on the show, and he's going to referee the Investors versus Gamblers series that we're going to have going on here soon. Want to thank Megan Johnson and Doug Plank. I'm sure they'll be back on soon for football season. The Sports and Shopping, great podcast. Doug was an amazing football player for the Chicago Bears for years. Got to play with Walter Payton. Ray Pinetto, Pro Signatures Memorabilia. Ray has some of the most amazing sports memorabilia collages in the whole world up in Simi Valley. We'll have Ray on again soon. And football season, yeah, I mean, guys, football training camp starts in like 3 weeks. So isn't that amazing? We'll have ex-Detroit Lion Paul Pratt back on soon to talk about his super amazing electrolyte injected Noah water, which is, I think, doing pretty good. I follow it on the social medias, and I think Paul's water is doing pretty good. So, anyways, thanks to all of our sponsors for helping Sports and Tacos happen. And anyways, real quick, back to Joe DiMaggio's 56-game hit streak. Why do you think that will never happen?
People like Shohei Ohtani, good pitching. They got a good mixture of different curveball sinkers and all that. So, I mean, pitching has got better, man. I mean, we've always had Nolan Ryan back in the days, but he wasn't around when Joe DiMaggio was playing. But pitching. And
real quick, hey, Alex, do you know what we're talking about?
No, I don't know that player.
Okay, so, well, you probably, he was old time. He was an old time Hall of Fame Yankee.
He dated Marilyn Monroe.
Ooh.
Yeah, him and Marilyn Monroe, like.
Who didn't date Marilyn Monroe back then? Jeez.
Not me, man. Pick me, coach. Put me in.
By the way, one of our viewers was wondering, when is Alex, the G Unit, going to speak? They're like, she's awesome. We want to hear her. I mean,
no, that's
she's not eye candy, right? She's probably got some great insight, correct?
No, they know so much about these players. I don't know anything about the players that they're talking about. So
anyways, Joe DiMaggio, Alex, back in the day, you watch baseball, you get hits in baseball, right? He got at least one hit in 56 consecutive baseball games, which by far is the longest record of all time, like by far. And what I'm wondering is why, because, that was, I can't remember what year that was, but it was in the 40s, right?
41.
41. God, that was the same year. So he had his 56-game hit streak the same year that Ted Williams hit over 400. I think it is. I think they were both 1941.
I'd have to look that one up there. Yeah.
Anyways, you've had amazing athletes and players come along since then. And literally, I think the closest guy was 39 straight games. And it seems like in this day and age, you get a hangnail and you're out for 2 weeks, so I that's my reasoning is I don't see, and it's not even probably the choice of the players these days. No. They probably want to play, take Clayton Kershaw, just in general. I'm not saying they're sissies. I'm just saying that the contracts are so big that the corporation, which is the team, listens to whatever the doctor says. I don't know if a player.
First off, you're wrong on that, Spitz, because if you've got a hitting streak going and you get an injury and don't play, your hitting streak does not end because you don't play.
Right. It
comes back once you start back again playing.
It goes by games that you play.
Yeah, good point.
if you miss games, it doesn't count. It's
Yeah.
free when you come back.
So
I'm
what?
getting ready-
Why is no one? Why has no one ever even gotten close to that?
The
because
pitching after year has been
Yeah.
expanding, and it's been great.
Yeah.
You got people that throw the curveball like they're throwing a fastball. You got person that's throwing knuckleball like it was a curveball. You have all these different new pitchers that are coming out in this now time where the heavy hitters are heavy hitters. Don't get me wrong, but you know what? The heavy hitters are not hitting what they're normally hitting, where the records were being broken. This and that, the pitchers are getting better. Where guess what?
It ain't just that. Pitchers have always been good. Granted, yes, you might have some more power pitchers nowadays with a lot nastier junk and occasion right there, but there was some nasty pitchers back in the day. I think it's more so the fact that what Major League Scouts are going for are guys that can hit the ball hard. And that means whether you swing or miss, if you make contact, the ball goes. They don't care if you strike out 3 times and hit a home run. Well, that's a good game for them. You got a home run, we scored 4 runs, 3 runs, 2 runs, whatever.
That's true.
They don't go for average anymore. They all go for the home runs nowadays. That's my mindset.
True,
That's
average
one thing
doesn't
everybody
mean
brings
anything.
up. What I think.
Remember back in the day when you had players that would choke up on the bat? You don't ever see that anymore.
yeah,
No.
Bill be notorious for that. Here's what I want to do because I don't got too long. I got 2 change the subject, but I got 2 other streaks that you guys might be missing here. What do you guys feel about the Nolan Ryan no hitters? What do you guys feel about this one is not a streak. What do you guys feel about Pete Rose, him not being allowed to be inducted into the Hall of Fame because of the gamble? I think they should give the guy a chance. Everybody deserves a second chance. That's all I wanted to say. But choking up on the bat, I used to actually play baseball, and I did that. I had speed, I had the power, I had everything you can think about, defense, everything. I emulated my game from Ozzie Smith, but that's a streak right there I always wondered about. The one with actually Nolan Ryan, man. I don't know. I don't think nobody can actually.
What was that? Eight no hitters?
7 no-hitters.
7 no hitters, dude.
No.
By one pitcher? No, that will never happen either. That's kind of like Cal Ripken's record. That will never be broken.
And with, if I'm not mistaken,
And DiMaggio.
if I'm not mistaken, flashed 3 different teams with him, right?
Yeah, Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Rangers.
Yeah, what? Mets, Angels, and Rangers. Yeah.
Yep.
And then he did it also with the Angels. He did it with the Astros too.
I went Astros. Forgot about the Astros.
Thank you, the Astros.
Forgot about the Astros.
And you know what?
Yeah.
I bet, to this day, nobody would ever step up to the plate and try to fight that man. He'll knock you out.
Robin Ventura saw that first, but he shot him in the head.
Oh.
Great.
Have you ever seen that G Unit?
No.
It is
so
awesome.
I'm going to tell you the story. Like, Nolan Ryan pitched for 26 years as a Major League Baseball player.
Jeez.
Like, till he was in his late 40s.
There's never been nobody like Nolan Ryan to pitch a baseball, ever.
And he was a stud, okay? It might have been his last season. There was this young kid star coming up named Robin Ventura. And I don't know what he did exactly, but Nolan Ryan beamed him, like, right in the side. And I don't know what he was thinking. And also, Nolan Ryan, he was a member of the world champion
1969.
1969. Then he went to Vietnam for 2 years.
Dude,
Then
he's
came
an old boy from Texas, man. He's just
Hey, he went to war for 2 years and then came back and played for another 25 years or whatever.
Yeah, what a
Anyways,
stud.
this
Dude,
kid,
he played with Tom Seaver, bro.
like this 22-year-old kid, phenom, Robin Ventura, who had a good career. He
was good. Yeah.
charged the mound at like a 46-year-old man and tried to fight Nolan Ryan and got worked by he got beat up by a dad.
Yeah,
Like,
heck
it
yes,
wasn't
yeah.
close. He got put in a headlock, and Nolan Ryan just pounded this 22-year-old kid. It's one of the greatest baseball.
That is really good. Yeah, go Nolan.
But on Flash's other note, I know he was talking about not the Hall of Fame and this and that. You know what? Who needs to go in the Hall of Fame too?
Who's that?
Yep, you already know what I'm talking about, Mr. Petey Rose.
Yeah, he
That's
just said
what I guess. See, especially nowadays, since gambling is so prominent nowadays. I mean, hell, every major league, NFL team, soccer team, whatever, they've got a sponsored by DraftKings, sponsored by FanDuel, sponsored by so and so. As long as he wasn't betting against his team, let the man in.
Exactly, that's what I said too.
But see that's the gray area. Remember when we were talking about this G unit? Do you remember
Yeah.
the Pete Rose conversation?
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on it? Okay, and you remember me telling you in 1987, Pete Rose somehow became a player manager.
Yeah,
so
that's
he was the manager.
wow. Yeah,
He was in charge of who was on the field. Okay, and he was able to put himself in or out of games while he was gambling on the games.
Hmm.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
promise you, if it was just gambling, or if he was only betting on the Reds to win, but
if he was betting on the Reds to lose, I'd have a problem with it. But as long as he was betting on his team to win, then I don't see any problem with it. Honestly,
I think that's the gray area. I don't know if that's the part of the story, because think about it. How can you now if you're like making legal bets in Vegas and you got the slips to prove it and it's all on the up and up, but I mean, how do you know he doesn't know, Joey the bookie down at the bar or something, and he's making side. Dude, that's a position of power that if they know you're gambling and you are a player manager, like, bro.
Yeah.
But he was betting for his team to win, for his players to get certain hits. How many bases are going to be on?
Yes,
I'm the same thing. But
yeah, I'm contradicting because I said before that I was not sure, especially after all the NFL stuff came out. We know we're suspending this guy. It's still a gray line, man. I'm not 100% on one way or the other there.
Now, don't get me wrong.
Performance, that dude deserves to be in the freaking.
That's why he needs to be in the Hall of Fame outhouse.
The boy's got the most hits.
With Barry Bonds and Mark McGwire and everybody else that cheated.
But Barry Bonds ain't in there. Mark McGwire's not in there.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Pete Rose is another example.
But he's not even that way because it wasn't steroids. He wasn't doing performance-enhancing things. He was going to say, hey, my team's going to win today, so I'm going to bet on him.
I completely understand. I mean, the greatest hitter, maybe of all time, well, he's the all-time, you want to talk about records, is anyone ever.
Flash, do you believe he needs to be in?
I do believe in. I got to cut out here, guys. I want to give you another subject to carry on when I get off. I'm about to get off right now. Got some important things to handle, but here's another one for you guys. What do you guys feel about Gagne, who took PEDs and admitted to it, was a great Dodger reliever, and
talk about Greg Gagne?
Yep.
Hall of Fame?
Yep.
No.
So with that, I want to thank Spencer. I want to thank Alex. I want to thank Bama.
Thank you, Flash.
Love you, Flash. Heck yes.
Thank you, Flash. I love having you on. We'll have you again soon. I can't remember. You're a 49ers fan, right?
Yeah, I'm a 49ers fan in football. Like the Rams too. Baseball, I don't have a baseball team right now. Basketball, of course, is Golden State Warrior. But I was going to tell you, Spencer, I saw that Flash shirt, and you love the same superhero, I'm guessing, just like me. Love that shirt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Well, you guys have that show going, and I would love to be back on here. Sports is my forte. I've always played baseball, football, never basketball, but whenever you guys want me on, just let me know. I'm happy to be on here. Sports, I know very well about it. So
awesome. Well, how about? I mean, we'll definitely get you on. Probably in the next I love having you on, Flash. Love having you on.
Yes, I love having you. Heck yeah, yes.
Flash, man, take it easy, brother. I'll see you next time.
You too, brother. All love, man.
It was nice to meet you, Flash.
All love, all of you guys. All love.
Yeah, football season's right around the corner, so we'll definitely have you on.
Broncos!
Talk, stuff like that. When Tom
And
Brady,
I want to talk some racing with Flash, man, because I know Flash is a racer. I was hoping he'd stay a little bit more. I want to ask him about a couple of things, but we'll get him next time.
He's doing that hardcore again.
That's what I was going to. I really got some because NASCAR had the first ever street race in Chicago 2 weeks ago. We road courses, yes, but never a street race. Literally like down Lakeshore Avenue, take a left, go down here, red light.
That'd be free.
One of the teams owned by Pitbull is one of the team owners. He's one of the main guys on the teams right there, and they have some really good racers out there. But one of the things they were talking about earlier this year was bringing in ringers in a sense, like NASCAR always does for the road courses. Certain teams will bring in guys that are road course specialists, that kind of thing. So they've been talking about bringing in F1 guys, people like Lewis Hamilton, freaking big names in freaking F1 right there.
Huh.
So they brought in a dude 2 weeks ago to race the Chicago race. Not a huge name in F1, but the dude won his first ever NASCAR start, first time in like 57 years that somebody's ever done in NASCAR, because he is an open wheel guy from Europe that came over, and they put him in a car, and that mofo won. That's one thing I wanted to ask Flash about. But anyway, you guys can talk about it.
Flash is one of my he's definitely one of my favorite guests for sure. I was just thinking I always want to talk about Tom Brady, because again, still Tom Brady's just sitting there. He quickly could make the 49ers a Super
Do you still
Bowl.
have his poster on your wall?
Jeez Louise, brother. Had him since he was a Patriot.
I'm telling you, Tom Brady, do you really think he wouldn't pick up the phone from the 49ers and go for it one last time? I'm telling you.
Not if he's back with Gazelle. What do you think, Alex? What you guys got?
I'm so excited to watch Tom Brady again.
Dude, you know what I heard? This was
Hang it up. I'm tired of Tom Brady.
I know.
Me too, Alex.
I love Tom Brady, but still, I'm tired of Tom Brady.
Let him take his kids to school.
Don't be a Brett Favre and go between 4 teams after you retire. Whatever it was, just exaggerating. But yes.
Over July 4th weekend, one Mr. Tom Brady was caught at a July 4th party flirting with Kim Kardashian.
Yes, I read about this.
Do not fall in that hole either. Please, Tom, go back to Miami and get away from the Kardashians.
Do not do the show. Do not do the show.
You don't want to be Lamar Odom. You don't want to be these other guys. Yeah, get off that show.
G-Unit. Should he do it?
No, stay away from the Kardashians.
Tom, you are so smarter than to dump some freaking Kardashian.
Yeah.
See, then the TV show is going to be the Kardashians and Brady.
Just stick to what you're good at. Stay in football. Stay in
TV
football.
Slumming.
TB12, TB12, and the Kardashians, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I told you not to leave the tails on the floor, man.
Oh,
I did not see that coming. They are not even a cute couple. If it ever was to be a thing, they are not.
But maybe Tom's like, I don't know. I heard it was like the most insanely exclusive July 4th party like there was to be at. Apparently.
And that dude's that desperate to go to a dang Kardashian. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Don't do it, Tom. Don't do it. So
Don't
anyway,
do it, Tom. Don't do it, Tom. Don't.
But like I said, I still think Tom Brady is not done. I mean,
No.
he's just chilling. You really think Purdy is going to take them to the promised
San
land?
Fran screwed up by getting rid of Garoppolo. That was their mistake.
And Drop a Load went to somewhere where he wasn't supposed to. Vegas is going to screw him.
Not to say Garoppolo was the answer, but he's definitely more of an answer than Purdy. Purdy will not be near what he was last year.
I
And
don't see him making.
I ain't sold on was it not Trey Lance, but
No, I know you're talking Purdy.
no,
Purdy,
the dude, no, before Purdy, their draft pick that got hurt first of the season.
Trey Lance. That's Trey Lance.
It is Trey Lance. Okay, maybe I was thinking
Yeah,
Chicago
yeah.
boy. Okay, yeah. All right.
Yeah, Phil.
Not sold on him. No, yeah, just Fields. I was thinking of Chicago. Yeah, no, Trey Lance, I'm not sold on. Purdy, I'm not sold on. Garoppolo was the answer to that team to make them somewhat competitive.
Yeah,
No, yeah.
Not anymore.
Not with Purdy on a whole season. No.
man, 3 weeks. We got 3 weeks till.
It is
training.
really today. We were talking 3 weeks till freaking stuff
That's
starts.
awesome.
NFL. Yeah.
So,
Are you
so-
ready for some fun?
Oh, how crazy is that? 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's just going to be
Yeah.
such a fun season with Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, you know, the old veterans, and then all the good young quarterbacks. It's going to be a really, really good season.
Yeah, I agree. Right there, there's a lot of storylines on a lot of teams
Yeah.
right there. Yeah,
Yeah.
different from last year.
And your
Yeah.
team is the most getting
Except
ready
for the-
to be
Yeah, the
headhunted.
Chiefs. Yeah.
Everybody
Chiefs
keeps-
are always on point.
No.
Do you think? Okay,
There's that headhunting coming.
let's
Yeah.
finish with this. I mean, is there seriously any way the Chiefs don't win the Super Bowl?
Yeah, it's called the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, right. Okay.
There's a lot
No.
of teams out there right now,
It's
brother.
got a defensive team and an offensive team now. Lamar ain't going to run the ball 30 times last year.
Okay,
We don't put Odell all day. He's going to kick
realistically
stuff over.
speaking,
Hey, don't get me wrong, brother. Hey, man, Kansas City is a great team. I know you got his poster up on the wall, but hey, listen.
dude,
This is
they
the-
only got
No. All right,
Pittsburgh
listen.
Steelers.
You still got the. I agree, ref.
Oh,
I agree.
Steelers. Is that what I heard coughing right there? Oh, my goodness.
They're
Drink some
horrible.
water. Drink some water.
Hey, I like that new quarterback out of Pittsburgh.
No, I was going
man.
to say, as long as that dude's your quarterback, you will never go anywhere. Trubisky won't go anywhere. Neither will the rookie Pickett. Yeah, he ain't going anywhere.
I like Pickett
Yeah.
because he's got another wide receiver that has his almost same last name. I like him too, and he's a puppy.
Pickens is good, but the quarterbacks are
But
not.
listen, this is what I'm telling you.
But they got the greatest.
Kansas
coach,
City
though.
for the AFC West has problems. They got problems this year. Even though, hey, don't get me wrong,
Bro,
I think they're good. They have Jacksonville. They got Buffalo Bills. They got freaking
Buffalo's down. Jacksonville's down.
Oh, my
Baltimore's
gosh.
up.
And then you're
Yes.
thinking about
Jacksonville
Miami.
is
You're
up.
thinking about
Trevor Lawrence.
and you know what? You can't throw away the LA
only one
Chargers.
who's going to knock them off. Trevor Lawrence. Mark my words. That's the
Spencer,
only
I
one.
would
He's
bet.
still like
I
sunshine.
would bet
Run
the
for his
house
money.
and everything I could muster up that you and your Trevor Lawrence are not going to win a Super Bowl this year.
Sunshine.
Seriously. The Chiefs, okay, this is what the Chiefs kind of remind me of. You remember when the Broncos won their second consecutive Super Bowl against the Falcons? Like that season, pretty much everybody knew the Broncos were going to win the Super Bowl again.
We were that good.
We were that good. That's what the Chiefs are going to be like this year. They had they had all their draft picks, and all those rookies from last year are going to have coming into their second year. The only way I see the Chiefs not repeating is if somehow Mahomes gets hurt. That's it.
Hey, ref, you can blow the horn on me when it comes up, but I'm just going to say this. All right, listen. You guys, Kansas City, G-Unit, you guys had a great team last year. You guys all clicked. But you know what? Everybody knows your click now. So now they're going to be going against your click. I feel that it's going to be a tougher season than Kansas City's had in a couple years.
Maybe Joe Burrow could knock them off. That's it. Maybe.
I'm with Spencer on this one.
Really, the
It's
Joe
like-
Burrow team that Baltimore should have beat twice last year, minus our fumble at the goal line with a backup quarterback. Really, that Joe Burrow?
They're the
Okay,
only
no,
team-
never mind. No, it is.
the only
KC is a team.
team-
They're like the Patriots from a few years ago, half a year. They're going to be there every year. The KC Chiefs are. Somebody's got to beat them in the playoffs to get them out. It is not gonna, and it's gonna be somebody this year. Don't
The
see the
Bengals
team.
have done it though. I mean, the Bengals.
It's
did.
hard to go back to back, brother. It's hard to go back to back. You know what? They didn't have the right players last year on their team, even though they still won great. They didn't have wide receivers. They were having backup wide receivers. They had broken. You could go in on this. Yeah, thank you. God bless you.
One team. Tony.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro.
And it ain't gonna be the Denver Broncos that knock off the Chiefs.
Hey, man, we're going to beat one game.
No, it will not. It will not be the Denver Broncos. No.
Tony. You tell me one team that's going to knock Kansas City off from being Super Bowl champions again
Yeah.
in the NFC.
Oh, really?
What?
All right.
NFC
Hey,
team
let's get
going
crazy.
to the Super
Let's get
Bowl?
crazy. Oh, my God. And I'm not going to make it hurt.
Who?
So here we go. First one, I still think Buffalo Bills
Just
still have
one.
an opportunity.
One team.
One
Who you like?
team. Cincinnati Bengals.
Bama.
Baltimore Ravens, baby. And I am not being a homer. I am being legit on this.
Okay,
Just
we're gonna
like I'm being legit. The Braves win the World Series this year.
Jacksonville Jaguars will knock them off in like the division.
Sunshine.
I'll cheers to that one, brother.
Absolutely. All right, guys, my battery's about to die. Another super amazing edition of Sports and Tacos.
That's right.
All right, training camp.
Thank you, Rap.
Thank you, Rev.
Yes.
John.
Alex, this your last one before you pop the baby out?
Yep, I think so.
It's gonna be a little nuggy
Good
soon.
luck, yes. Have
Yep.
fun.
Okay.
I'll keep you guys posted.
All right.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, guys. Have a good night.